Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your end of June reading 2019 with me, Cindy. This video is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising. If anything comes out in this that has to do with romantic relationships, love, then I would also include Venus if your Venus is in Capricorn. But otherwise, yes, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I did a pre-shuffle. And what I've done first here is these are my energy oracle cards. And I use these to find out what energy is around you, so around Capricorn, last 2 weeks in June, so June 16th to 30th. But the energy that these cards convey to me is the energy coming from physical aspects, like people, so physical things. So that's what I use with these cards. And then here I have the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit cards. And these are sort of the deeper level of energy. So energies coming towards you that may be energies in the future. So it's not a physical presence right now. This is the direction that physical presences are taking energy, or this is also the direction that spirit could be taking energy. And this is your energy coming towards or responding to spirit energy and other energies around you. And then the underlying. So the first card that came out was the second chakra. So this is telling me that it's a good time for Capricorn to start to really understand their deeper emotional feelings. I mean, that's the second chakra, is deep, intimate feelings. There may be someone around you who wants to express deeper, intimate feelings as well right now. And the underlying energy for this deck was rest and rejuvenation. So this is also physically taking a time out, right? So physically taking the time to meditate. To myself, I went to the local high school. That's Saturday, so nobody's there, and I like to run, so I ran the track, and it's surrounded by forest, and it was very rejuvenating. I felt very good. It was just the trees, the wind, the birds around me. So whatever it is for you to get this rest and rejuvenation, it's a time for you to do that according to sort of your physical energies around you. Now, and I'm going to go straight to the underlying energy of the animal spirit deck because it also reflects that. So lizard is the lizard in this deck. This is a fire sign. So this is fire energy. The lizard is being portrayed. The alchemical symbol here is fire. Now, a lizard has a really good sixth sense. If you think about how lizard could just be sitting there staring into space, at least it appears to be just staring into space. But then all of a sudden, lizard turns his head and sticks his tongue out, and he gets a bug. A bug flies by. It's almost like lizard has this ability to know when things are coming towards him. So you are harnessing some of that energy. So it's sort of an intuition is growing stronger. Now, one of the things that's important about lizard is lizard can feel overwhelmed by a lot of crowded situations. Lizard likes to go out onto a rock periodically on lizard's own and soak up the sun and rejuvenate. So this card is sort of speaking in the same way that I think a lot of Capricorns, I'm getting the message that just a lot of social interaction lately, and it's leaving you feeling kind of depleted. And it's really time for you to get back into your own deeper feelings. Get intimate with yourself again, in a sense. Like, it just feels like you're a little bit detached from who you are right now. So we're going to go into these cards. So this is the energy that's coming towards you. These are two very fast and flighty little energies. So you got bat and you got moth, and they're both air energies. Now, I'm going to talk about each one separately to give you a little bit of an idea what kind of energy this is. So if you think about a bat, the only time I ever get to see bats is like if I'm at a bonfire down by the lake and sun has set. It's still kind of twilight, and then you start seeing them flittering over the water just above the fire, getting all the insects, and it's a very flittery, like, and then it's gone, right? There it is. Well, that's what this energy is like. But this energy tends to be noticeable just as the sun sets or just as the sun is rising. So when this card first came out, it was the first one that came out, it kind of says to me there's some kind of transition occurring, which is normal. I mean, it seems like we're always transitioning through something, doesn't it, lately? So there's some sort of transition coming, and I feel like it's a chapter is closing and a new one is getting ready to open, because this little energy is often around, like I said, sunset and sunrise. So you will see it around there. Now with moth, a moth is very fluttery too, right? But almost like this. And moth also symbolizes rebirth to me, just as butterfly does. It's a different sort of rebirth. Here with moth, though, there's a little bit of a caution. With moth, moth can be a little bit habit forming. Moth can continue to fly into the light bulb. Fly into the light bulb, right? Now, it can be negative or positive. So I like to look at this card and determine that by other cards around, and it's feeling sort of positive. It's very negative if moth just keeps flying into the light, because moth doesn't know what else to do. You just keep making the same mistake over and over and over again. However, in this case, what I'm feeling is moth is coming out of darkness and moth is heading towards the light. So moth refuses to accept the darkness and keeps just pushing towards the light, which is really good. I mean, that takes a really strong character to be able to keep doing that. And so perhaps this is why you're being, guided to do some rest and rejuvenation, because that can be kind of exhausting. So if you want to keep that level of ability up, in terms of always trying to look at the positive side of your life, always trying to move things into the positive side of your life, you do need to take a time out and take a wee rest. So now, this is you. So you are Panther and you are Vulture. So Panther again is a fire energy. So we have fire energy here. I did Aquarius. They actually pulled Panther, but Panther was coming up on their spirit side. Excuse me. And this pussycat also hunts at night like Bat does. But in this case, Panther and Vulture have similar jobs. So Panther will hunt at night, and Panther is very dedicated to what Panther does. Panther can be patient, Panther can be sly, Panther can be calculating, and Panther can be vicious, right? But Panther needs to serve Panther, or there would be no Panthers. So what Panther looks for animals that are weak, animals that are presenting an opportunity to Panther. And Panther helps keep the jungle clean, right? Panther helps keep the jungle from being overrun by animals that perhaps maybe are not strong enough and shouldn't be breeding and adding to the ecosystem, and taking down animals that are getting old and weak to stop them from suffering. And Panther does this, but Panther stops doing that just usually before the dawn breaks, right? So Panther's clearing out the weakness. Panther's clearing out the weakness around them, around their ecosystem. It's like a community act, really. It's an act of charity, if you want to look at it that way, what Panther does. But in the same breath, it serves Panther, and it gives Panther sustenance. So Panther can continue to live and serve the community in that sense. Now, with Vulture, Vulture to me is one of the most divine cards in any deck, really, because Vulture does a job that no one else wants to do. And that job is to get rid of the carnage and get rid of the decay before it starts to rot and fester and create an environment where new things can't grow. So if we had a planet that did not have animals like vultures and hyenas that, eat the carcasses, those carcasses would sit there and rot. Imagine how many there would be all over the place, just rotting. There would be disease everywhere. Anytime there was new life born on the prairies or the jungle or wherever, it wouldn't have an opportunity to grow and live in a healthy way. It would probably get diseases and die. So Vulture's cleaning out before the rebirth can begin. So I feel like you guys you're sort of clearing out. You're clearing out and getting ready for some new energy. And it's coming towards you. I'm going to pull out some clarifying cards. because it's not as cut and dry as it has been for some of the other signs this month. So let's get a little more clarity on the bat for Capricorn. Oh, interesting. This one came out first. Be fearless and bold. So I don't think that's really something that typically you would have to ask Capricorn to do, to be fearless and bold, right? But this is the energy that you need to have. And Bat's pretty fearless. I mean, Bat's pretty tiny and has to go out there, but he's also a little predator. I'm feeling very, like a lot of predator energy here right now. And it's black and white. This card, I like it when it comes out black and white, so it's sort of cut and dry. For me, I'm feeling that the energy coming towards you is very cut and dry. It's not... I feel it's how you're going to see. You're starting to see things very cut and dry. You don't sort of have time for situations that you don't feel are serving anyone, speaking your own truth, and take a leap of faith. So this came out as well. Now, grasshopper is an incredible insect. Think about grasshopper. Grasshopper is very tiny, but could jump like the height of a building. I mean, if grasshopper was our size, grasshopper could jump the height of a building. And grasshopper wears a little crown. So grasshopper is very strong in knowing who they are, sort of mimicking this be fearless and bold. They've created her own crown here. Little badger has created her own crown, and she's wearing it fearlessly and boldly. So this is the energy that's coming towards you. And so Spirit is asking you to be a little more fearless, a little more bold. And you are being asked to take a leap of faith. So something is likely coming towards you that you're not expecting. Something's coming towards you that you're not expecting, but it will be very beneficial for you. Spirit wouldn't ask you to take a leap of faith if it wasn't beneficial, right? You would probably have received a warning card that, you know, maybe you needed to stay in this state and really reflect and figure out what was happening. But this is, so it looks pretty good. So what's the moth energy? What is the moth energy for Capricorn for the last 2 weeks in June? The moth energy for Capricorn in the last 2 weeks of June. Moth energy. Beaver spirit, lay a solid foundation. It really feels like something is coming. There's some sort of change coming towards Capricorn, but it's not here yet. This is sort of like the beginning process. It's, you know, it's like if they go to start building a new building or condo or whatever, just some kind of building. You know how they just start digging out the ground? They dig out the ground and they dig out the ground, and they have to create the foundation, and then they create the underground parking, and then they start to create the building itself. I feel like Spirit's getting ready for you to break the ground. You're getting ready to break ground. Like these guys have come in, they've smoothed out the ground, they've removed any rubble from any old existing buildings that used to be there. Any trees, perhaps. I hate when that happens, but it does. Any trees, so that the ground is clear and they can start making that first dig in the ground. So something is coming, and it doesn't feel like to me that Spirit is divulging what this is yet. Spirit would just like you to start to get prepared in an emotional and a spiritual sense for this new direction, this new opportunity or new situation that will be coming towards you. Well, isn't that funny? So then this comes out. So this is Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Yeah, that's why you're being asked to take this leap of faith. I'm going to put this in the middle here because I was going to ask for clarification on your Panther energy. We can still associate it with Panther. I mean, Spirit knows what I'm thinking. I don't have to say it, really. But that's pretty interesting. I mean, after what we were talking about, it feels like something is coming towards you that you will not be expecting, but you need to trust in a divine detour. So there's going to be a fork in your road. Now, Capricorn is a cardinal sign, so I don't think that that would typically upset you guys unless it's disturbing a path that you're already on, right? I'm getting the message that a path that you're already on, when this detour comes in, it won't seem like it at the time, but this detour will actually get you to your goal faster. So that's interesting energy. And perhaps that's why we have bat energy coming in, because like I said, bat is very fast, right? Bat's going to find a faster way for you to get to what this is that you're working on, that you want for yourself, that you're hoping for yourself. So let's get clarifying information about Panther. Let's get some clarifying information about Panther for Capricorn. It's coming toward, why does Capricorn have Panther energy right now? Or why will Capricorn have Panther energy? Some of the signs are like this. You guys do not give out information easily. Yeah, let's see. What is going on with Panther? Okay, we need to do a big shuffle here. Two cards. Oh, we had 3 cards come out. Wow, that's funny. I saw the crow. Oh my gosh. Okay, one of the cards that came out, I was actually going to say, if this card comes out, I'm going to die. But I didn't want to say it in case it didn't come out, but it came out. Okay, so this is the card. I cannot believe how many signs have got this card. So this White Raven Spirit, trust in the magic. This card for me, I'll explain it to you as I've explained it to so many other zodiacs, this bi-weekly reading, is if you can imagine that, you know, Santa Claus has Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. For those of us that are familiar with the Santa Claus story. So Rudolph only comes out when it is darker than dark, when it's foggier than fog, or the weather is really bad. And Santa cannot see no matter what he does, except for Rudolph. So this is, I call this the divine intervention card. So Spirit is stepping in when this card comes in. This is like, this is the oldest, wisest, most experienced, trusted spirit guide for me. And this card comes in when the path needs to be corrected. There's a divine intervention at work. So nothing else is kind of helping you to get to where it is you want to go. So they're bringing out Rudolph so that we can all see, so that you can see the path clearly. It's going to be a detour. This bird is actually, his energy is going right to all of this information. It just came out for us. So this card, so you have another bird. Crow is a very powerful one. I would put Crow just behind White Raven Spirit in terms of power. So with the crow, you're being asked to co-create with Crow. So this is spirit guided. This is you and Spirit working together to get you ready for this big change. And this is a big change that is like a divine intervention. Whatever it is in your life that feels like it's stuck, it feels like it doesn't matter what you do, it's just not succeeding, you're not getting what you want. Either it's not the relationship you want, it's not the job that you want, it's not the home that you're looking for, it's not the relationship you have with your family. Whatever it is that you're going through that feels stuck, there is energy coming in that's divine, that's correcting it. It's sort of like it's karmic energy that you're dealing with that you've sort of cleared already. So this shouldn't be going on anymore. So now they're pulling... No stops are being pulled. No punches are being pulled with this now. When this guy comes in. I can't believe you guys pulled that. So, oh, brown. So I just finally read this. Brown Bear Spirit, take time out. Okay, guys? That was like the first message that you got. So this is big. Like, this is going to change your life once it starts to get going. I'll put that up here so you can still kind of see them. So once it starts to get going, it's going to change. It's going to change the direction of your life. It's a divine detour. It's a leap of faith, and it's divine intervention. Co-creating with Spirit. Whatever it is that you want, Spirit wants you to have it. Spirit would like you to have it, and it's not happening. There's some kind of energies that are working against it, or the flow is just like I said, it's like it's plugged. So sometimes your energy, if you imagine what you receive in life comes through to you in this divine tube, and it's life force energy, it's ideas, it's intuition, it's opportunities, it's situations that lead you to what it is you want to do. But if something happens, like maybe, and this is the underlying cause, maybe this chakra area, this second chakra in you, where you have your really intimate feelings about yourself and others, is a little bit blocked. So you get this block in this tube, and it doesn't matter what happens, it just keeps building up. So the things that you are meant to have, they don't go away. They just kind of get backlogged in this tube until that block comes out. But then when the block comes out, poof, like it's gonna flow so fast. You need to be ready for it. So take time out now. So I'm gonna pull, I'm gonna ask for one tarot card for this side of your spirit energy coming towards you, to get any clarification about any individual people that might be involved in this new energy, this sort of breaking the ground for a new start. That's what this feels like. It feels like we're getting ready to break the ground for a new start. So we got the Three of Swords. We got the Three of Swords with this card. So it is air, Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. This person, you can see she's protecting her heart. She's not actually being hurt by these swords, but there is pain there. And this pain may be part of the blockage, because that would really involve intimate feelings that we have. So there's something that's happened to some of you, I would say, that a heartbreak, a disappointment in someone, even a disappointment, getting the message that some of you have had a disappointment in yourself. Oh, yeah, that's hard when I get that energy, because you should never be disappointed in yourself. You should never be. I know you're all doing your best, right? You are literally all doing your best. Don't be disappointed in yourself, guys. You really deserve what's coming towards you. Oh, I'm really getting that this is the block. This is the block in the pipe, okay? Don't be disappointed in yourselves. Like, serious divine intervention is coming forward in this to remove this block, because you should not be disappointed in yourself. Spirit is not disappointed in you. I'm not disappointed in you, and you should not be disappointed in you. Don't start opening up the chakra. That's all I'm going to say. Start opening up that chakra, guys, and rest and rejuvenate. You really deserve it from what these cards are telling me. You guys really, really deserve it. Okay, let's get a tarot for your energy over here. So this is telling me that this is a situation or energy that is causing this to occur. So there's a heartbreak in yourself, a disappointment in how you may have proceeded in a relationship in the past. But there are still, though, some of you that I'm getting that it is a disappointment in someone else as well. And you don't need to keep feeling that. Everybody's on their own journey, and it's not good, because it's, you know what, let them clog their own pipe, right? Let them clog their own pipe, but you need to open up your pipe, because you deserve it. Especially if someone let you down. The best thing that could be for you is what White Raven has to give to you. Okay, so let's see what tarot comes out for Capricorn, for Panther and Vulture energy. For Panther and Vulture energy, what comes out for Capricorn? What comes out for Capricorn? That's like half the deck. It's too much. You know, I'm noticing you guys have a lot of air. There is a lot of air energy. I mean, this is air. 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 I mean, I would call this earth and that earth. Bear is definitely earth. I'm wondering about the energy I'm getting from coyote and grasshopper is fire. Getting fire energy from those two. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, we got 3 cards that came out. They feel really important. They look really important. They're very important. So we're clarifying your Panther and Vulture here, right? Like it's clearing out. Your energy is clearing out to get ready to break the ground in something. Wow. Okay, I'll hold 2 up at a time here. The King of Cups and the Palace of Cups. So now we're in water sign energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. I think the important message about this, though, is not necessarily about the zodiacs. It may resonate with some of you, but if it doesn't, don't worry about it. What is resonating here for me is that this is, it's cups. This is deep, deep feelings. You cannot, you know, in most tarot decks, you can't go much deeper than the King of Cups. In this tarot deck, you actually can. You can get down into the Palace of Cups. So this is at the bottom of the ocean. These are insanely deep feelings that I feel are being, with the Palace of Cups, I feel that this deep feeling energy, love energy is here to help clear out this broken heart, this 3 of Swords energy. And perhaps there's someone coming towards you with a lot of love, someone you can really trust. I'm not necessarily getting it as romantic energy. I'm actually getting it as someone from your past, because now we have the 6 of Cups that is here, and there's children in this picture. So sometimes the 6 of Cups can be about reminiscing about the past as well, right? And that could be the case, but I'm feeling very strongly that someone from your past is coming to mend. And like I said, I don't feel like doesn't feel romantic. It feels like it could be someone that you shared your childhood with. It feels like it could be, it even feels like a sibling. Feels like a sibling energy for some of you. The underlying card here is the 4 of Swords. That's taking a time out again. I don't think Spirit can stress that enough to you guys right now, to take this time out. Wow. Take this time out, because it's going to be quite a ride once this starts and this really gets going. There's a really big correction coming in for you guys. All right, so I have the zodiac cards. It's a small deck. So I just want to see if there's a particular zodiac sign that is strongest around Capricorn for the last 2 weeks in June. The end of June, Capricorn, what zodiac sign is strongest around Capricorn? Sometimes it's hard to get a card to pull out with this because it's so small, this deck. So if no card wants to fly, I will tell Spirit that we are going to do it on the 3rd shuffle, and then we will pull. Oh my gosh. Well, that's half the deck. Okay, guys. So if anything resonated with you, that we got Libra, Leo, and Cancer, and Pisces. And Aries is sitting. Aries came out further. I'm going to do one more shuffle. So let's not leave any of the zodiacs out, right? Like, let's make sure everybody's got someone. There we go. That's more definitive. That's what I'm looking for, Leo. There is Leo. So there's your fire energy that's around you. So Leo is coming around. So that's also like about a strength card, right? It's about strength. I feel you are going to develop greater strength. You guys are already pretty strong. Capricorn is a very strong sign. And you're going to be stronger after this. But there could definitely be some Leo energy coming towards you, coming to help with this. So this is a goddess deck, so this is feminine energy. I just want to quickly see what sort of feminine energy or messages from Divine Feminine we have for, for Capricorn. Transformation is coming. So I feel that we're laying down the groundwork for this. It's going to be a transformation in how good you feel about your life. It's going to unclog that pipe of abundance so that it can continue to flow well for you. So if it feels like you've been stuck lately, if things have just not been working out, like it's like every time I do something it goes wrong, that's about to change. We've cleared, Panther and Vulture have cleared the old foundations of what used to be on that ground, and Beaver's getting ready to start digging and putting in that new foundation. That's a lot of cards. Okay, so this is the masculine energy. This is divine masculine. Oh, okay. Maybe I have to make sure that people who have their Venus in Capricorn watch this video too. So there you go. That's a final message from Spirit. Ecstasy. Wow, that came out of left field, guys. I think that's a final message for people who are, I feel for people who are really resonating with this. Someone from my past, like a family member, it's not romantic. I feel like this is sort of masculine, divine masculine's final message to say, some of you, this is not going to be a family member. This is going to be a deep connection. Okay, there you go. So that's it for you guys. Really take the time out, because you have a lot of big stuff that's about to get started. You know, when you're going to start building a house, you don't go and run a marathon before you do that. Take the weekend off, rest, rejuvenate, and then you can start building the house. Okay, guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, and we will see you in a couple of weeks. Thanks, Capricorns. Bye.